Hello everybody, Princess the Bear here. We're back at Epcot.
For Biergarten.
Yes, it's been a long time since you come here.
A couple years.
It's time to visit since they reopened, so we're going to go in and stuff our faces.
Be sure to dunkel.
You heard the girl. Thank you.
Chef just came and said that I get to have beefless tips, and I'm really excited for the beefless tips, and I haven't had them since Swiss Perrine Canyon, and I'm really excited. I got the Weissbier. It's so beautiful and large, and it's only $15 for this. And they actually take tables too, so we get a discount. It's so good. Oh, so good. I miss this beer.
I can tell you right now, I don't care where you start. If it's in Mexico, if it's in Canada, even though that's the right way. World Showcase, if you're a big brain. If you're not stopping in Biergarten, I don't even know why you come here.
About her mother.
That Weiss is like as smooth as liquid bread can get. So the Weiss is so smooth. If you're trying to introduce somebody to beer, like beer, start with the Weiss. 4 out of 5 balls.
This time we came here, I got the Dunkel. So I didn't get it this time, but I remember how amazing this beer is. I don't know if you can see it at a foam stash. Tastes like chocolate. Ooh, can I be stupid? Don't try this at home, people.
I think this one less than my favorite though. More with bread. I think it's that much of mint. I mean, it has to be created.
You can't drink them both at the same time. But together is actually pretty good.
As for this beautiful dunkel, dark as I wish I was, a beautiful foam head. That's for the soul. 5 out of 5 claws. I love this beer. Love this beer. And because it's the day of days, this one's for Chadwick. Gone too soon.
Because in the South, gravy is
She's right, you can't do both. It's pretty good too. 4 out of 5 plus.
So we're gonna go with the pretzel. Lovely warm pretzel. I'm gonna dip it in mustard. I always love pretzels with mustard. It's like my weakness here. It's like a little mini version of the giant pretzel that they have outside. Love this. I could eat like all of these and not even share with Bear and be completely happy.
These cute little pretzel rolls, like perfectly bite-sized. I'm digging this whole like not having to get up to get your food thing. It just coming to you just seems like so much more fun. A little dab of the butter. Warm and fresh, you know, it just hasn't been sitting in the back. Perfect amount of salt. They got salt, but not too salty. You see that nice, thick, warm doughiness to the pretzel. That's probably one of the best rolls I've ever had on property. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
I know, right? Alright, we are ready for some beets. One big healthy helping of cold beet. Let's see how this is. I'm assuming I'm not going to be a fan, but we will see. Ooh, it just like cuts so easily. Cold. It definitely has that earthy taste that you expect with a beet. That's not like the one from Old Key West. This is very earthy. Very earthy. But it's cooked well. It's sweet. I don't know what they spiced it with, but it legit, it tastes like dirt. I'm just eating this one. Okay. In fact, I'm finishing this one bite. Alright, done. Not eating another one. I feel like I just ate grass out of the ground and put it in my mouth with the soil. Why is this a thing? I know it's good for you, but why is it a thing?
Okay, people. So, I suppose it's story time. I will be honest, I doubted you guys. I didn't think you were going to get to 52 likes. You hit 52 in no time. So before I eat this beet, I suppose I owe you a story. So, happens once upon a time, way back in the day when the princess decided she was going to go from vegetarian to vegan. We experimented with a whole host of vegetables. Eggplant, turnips, and yucca, and one night, for some odd reason, we decided we'd try beets. Never having cooked beets before in our life. Hours of boiling. I will go so far as to say that I stained the pot, the spoon, the counter, the floor, my clothes, and the moral of the story is I also stained the little YouTuber's room every day for about a week. So I'm gonna eat this beet. But anytime we see beets, I have like a mini beet flashback of the horror of that very first time. And here I find myself again, making the same mistakes, expecting a different result. I'm gonna assume it's cold, because it looks cold. I actually grabbed 3 beets, for some odd reason. Didn't even need the knife. Now, if you looked at it the wrong way, you could almost mistake it for canned cranberry sauce. It definitely does not smell like that, though. It almost tastes pickle. I think it might be pickle. But there's that extremely earthy taste at the end. I don't know what it's about beets that taste like they're marinated in dirt. This is definitely nowhere near on the level of the beet salad we had at Old Key West at Olivia's. but I can see the sort of reason why people would want this. 2 out of 5 plus.
I'm excited for this salad. I don't think I got to have a salad like this last time we were here, but it's like cucumbers and tomatoes. It reminds me very much of a Persian salad. It's just missing avocado. Or you could do it the Greek way and have onions. Either or. I feel like the salad is going to be good. It is juicy though. Very juicy. Hopefully it'll help me get this taste of beet out of my mouth too. It's just like the basic salad with cucumbers and tomatoes. I actually quite like this. This is a very bright salad. If I wasn't sharing with Bear, I'd probably eat the entire container. It just reminds me of like a nice, good, snacky salad. It is a little oversauced, but it fits and it's good. It's really good.
Alright. So on to the parade of salads. Next up we have this cucumber salad. It's tomato. It is literally swimming in dressing. This thing is like a good third of the way full with dressing, which is why it's so soaked. But tomatoes and cucumbers are already fairly juicy, so who am I to complain? It's basic, but it works. And they throw a little bit of pepper in there too. Just proof positive, people, season your food. Makes even the basic food above average. 3 out of 5 plus. Next up, we have on our parade of salads, we have a macaroni salad, which is not plant-based. Little behind the scenes, I have a huge weakness for macaroni salad. I try not to eat it a whole lot because it's basically just a lot of mayonnaise and pasta. Look, there's some green peas in here. Which I guess a little bit weird, but when in Germany, it's actually not bad. The peas actually add a little bit to it. There's still some green pepper in there. Brightens it up a bit. We're gonna have about a 5 plus. Like that. Last on our parade of salads, also not plant-based. We have potato salad. Because if you're coming to a German restaurant and you're not eating potatoes, you might as well have gone to McDonald's. Super mayo-y. Huge piece of egg and potato. Potato's a bit dense, so it could have been cooked a little bit longer, but the egg is perfect. It's a bit melty for my taste. I probably wouldn't eat that, but it's still a very solid potato salad. 2 out of 5 plus.
Alright you guys, we got a plethora of options here. I'm gonna start with my enjoyable vegan green beans. They taste amazing. This is sauerkraut. It's sour. It's good. It'd be perfect with one of those pretzels or a beef tip, which I think this is a beef tip. It is. It's Gartin. It tastes like Gartin, but it's very flavorful. It's seasoned rather well. It's not saucy like I remember from
Whispering Canyon, and I actually like it better this way than like super saucy. And then it looks like I also have some potatoes. Oh yeah. Everything on this plate is amazing. It is really meant to be eaten together. So good. I love this. And if I want more, I can just order more. They'll let you. It's unlimited. This is a lot of food to finish like round one of.
So food's only half the reason to come here. The other half is obviously the party. The band here, immaculate. They will ensure that you have fun, even during our current times. No. First up, I'm gonna dive in these beefless tips. You've had them before. I'm extremely surprised that they had these. The last time we came, they did not have beefless tips for the princess. But the fact that she can get something protein-based here, amazing. It tastes like you're non-vegan. It's sort of like it's almost like a slow roasted like Chinese like beef piece, but the taste is extremely convincing. I would say it's above average. 3.5 out of 5 plus. Let's go in on these potatoes next. Perfect amount of roasted and a little bit of olive oil and pepper. They're great. That's 3 out of 5 plus. Sauerkraut. Very crowdy. Perfect amount of tang. It's a bit sharp, but still good. 3 out of 5 plus. And as for this green bean life, strings and all. I'm not the biggest fan of green beans, but I do appreciate that they're not rubbery and dry. 2.5 out of 5 plus. So, as we said with the other sort of buffets we've been to so far and family style restaurants, nowadays this whole like family style plate thing is awesome because you get so much food and you can order anything you want unlimited, just like you would a normal buffet, but it's almost wasteful because there's absolutely no way in the world I'm gonna be able to eat all this food. I'm gonna give it a shot though. And even this, the chef told us, is smaller than normal portion size they bring out. So because the princess is eating vegan food and I'm not, they brought us our individual plates and it's still packed to the brim. Dive right in here. It's breaded pork. No gravy or anything, but a tasty little pork cutlet. The meat is nice and juicy. The breading is a bit dry and hard to chew in the end, but it's still got a lot of flavor to it. 3 out of 5 plus. We have the brat here. Packed with flavor, perfectly cooked. This will be boiled, but still really good. At 4 out of 5 plus. As for the kielbasa, Always a strong flavor. Tastes way too much like a hot dog to me. Not a fan. 1.5 out of 5 stars. I believe our kraut is the same as the princesses, but I'm still gonna give it a shot. Yep, exactly the same. So I'm gonna rate that again. Cool. Then we have the meatball. Nice and thick. Well seasoned all the way through. Nice and juicy. That was cooked with love. 4 out of 5 plus.
Got everything on the plate?
We have the potatoes. Same potatoes as the princess, but slightly buttered. Standard 2.5 out of 5 plus. I'm not sure what this is, but of course I'm gonna eat it anyway. Sort of like unseasoned macaroni. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. 1.5 out of 5 plus. And last up, we have the chicken. As you can see, it's well seasoned inside and out. It's really good. Just falls off the bone. 4.5 out of 5 plus. I think my favorites on the plate are the chicken, followed by the meatball. But this is amazing, and I'm definitely not going to be able to eat all this. Let me look at what I eat half. And I still want to go back to the salads. I love the food here. Loving it. So, this looks like cheesy potatoes. Nice and thick. Take a small bite of this. I don't want to load myself up with cheese too early in the day. Wow. Like a smack in the face. It's like almost homemade, like fresh cheddar cheese. Macaroni, that is. 3 out of 5 plus. And we have the green beans. Slightly buttered, but still good. 3 out of 5 plus. That's for this. Another meat casing type deal. Nope. No, sir, I don't like it. 1 out of 5 plus.
What is it?
I have no idea. I don't like it. Blech.
I can't drink this. So you guys are familiar with these cookies. We got these trick-or-treating at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which we will not be going to this year because it's not happening, but we will put past ones in the description box down below. So I'm going to skip on the cookies because we reviewed those in other videos, and I'm just going to focus on this beautiful compote here that is my dessert. Now I would probably dip the cookies in the compote, but I really want to snack on those cookies later, so I'm not opening it. Ooh, let me get some of that strawberry. Yes. You guys, I have a feeling this is going to be very sugary. Okay. Usually my gripe with compotes is the high amount of granulated sugar. Sometimes there's syrup. So it just tastes like super artificial or like really fake. Same thing. This does not taste artificial. This tastes freshly made. It's still a lot of sugar. Like I feel like I just grabbed I opened a bag of cane sugar and took a scoop and just licked it, ate it, whatever. Dipped a fruit in it and just ate it raw like that because it is very sugary. But it's really, really good and also fresh. So like usually, you know, these things will sit in sugar for a while too, so then they get like flat or soggy. That's not the case here. Very nice, very fresh, very delicious berry compote. If I have like a little chocolate vegan dessert to put on top of this, I would. It's very delicious. It actually tastes very similar to that banana bread compote with the non-dairy whipped cream that we put from the festival. This is like a fresher version of that. And obviously, I just ate a whole bunch of food and I'm still eating it. Back in. So I'm still eating it, so it must be good, right?
So, you guys have been asking for a while. You know how I feel about dessert. But, because you asked, I'm going to give this the best try that I can. Standard chocolate chip cookie. Non-vegan. Tastes store-bought, but it's not bad. 2.5 out of 5 plus. So I have no idea what this thing is. It looks like a giant Swiss roll, like Miss Debbie style. It's beautiful, we'll give it that. It's gonna be like a berry inside, chocolate flakes on top. It's not as sweet as a Swiss roll, but it's got a nice flavor and texture to it. A little sweetness added from the berry. It's not bad, but I'm not even sure I can eat a quarter of this. 3 out of 5 plus. As for the berry compote, and this is the same one the princess gets. Wow. I'm used to berry compotes punching me in the face. It's just like straight syrup. And this is syrupy, but like you can, like the fresh fruit just kind of explodes in your mouth. It's like a organic gusher, if you will. But not wow. But still good. 4 out of 5 plus. Now for this cheesecake. I haven't had real cheesecake in probably 10 years. Nope, 12. Very afraid. I'm taking one small bite and no more. Lactate isn't normally enough for a full bite of cheesecake. That's not bad. Super buttery and milky. Powdered sugar, which I normally hate, is actually quite good. 4.5 out of 5 plus. If you like cheesecake, you will like that.
Where does this dessert fall for you on the dessert scale?
Which one?
I guess I gotta wait until you're done with that one.
This is the last one. This is the only one here that looks actually German. Looks covered in cream, which also scares me. Puff pastry and looks like apples. I mean, I guess it's like some sort of like German apple turnover.
Strudel.
Strudel. Yeah, there you go. So it's strudel. Ooh. Well, that I can get on board with. It's light. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. And that apple fruit taste in the middle. Now that is comfort food. 5 out of 5 plus. By far my favorite of dessert I've had in a very long time. I think the only thing that rivals this is probably that Jack Daniel's dessert, plant-based dessert from the Coral Reef. That was still better, but this is really good. I'm full.
I'm so full.
I need wheels.
I'm glad I got beer to go because their beer is amazing.
We got dessert. I hope you're happy.
Just complains about sweets, you guys.
I do. I feel some kind of way
will
about.
You give this video at least 100 likes so that he can feel good about eating desserts.
I feel like I was blackmailed almost with food. Good food, but food nonetheless. But we want to know when's the last time you guys went to Biergarten. Have you been since reopened? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what place on World Showcase you want us to go next. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
And we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe.
You heard the girl.
I forgot to tell you guys that we took care of the first round. I know you guys are sitting waiting there for a while, so the first round was on me.
Oh, that's so
you
sweet.
know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy.
Shoot. I got to drink another beer now.
That's not bad though.
Liechtensteiner Podcast. Once again, it's time for everyone to raise those beer signs. Whatever it is you are drinking, raise it high up in the air and sing along the toast. I promise it if you Drink glasses with your friends and neighbors at your tables and drinks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and who's our show? On behalf of Vin and Montebass, Marcus on the front, Eddie on the accordion, and myself, Monty. We hope you had a wonderful time here in the beer garden. Be sure to put out Wiedersehen.
We're still here. You got your desserts. Quit hounding me. I did it, okay? I did wait in years. Don't like desserts. I ate the desserts. What more do you want from me? Real dessert. Thor would be proud.